You're watching a Throttle House track test.
Look at that!
Welcome to the Throttle House test track, our own corner of the earth where we can drag race and set lap times. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James, and today is the battle of the perfect garage. Yes, it would be lovely to have a Golf R for practical purposes. It's all-wheel drive, it's fast, it's comfortable. But also sharing that garage might be the Miata that we have here that's dressed like Thomas for some reason. It's a roadster, it's rear-wheel drive, it's light. But what happens when you go to sleep at night and the cars in your garage come alive and then turn on each other and then they...
James, what are you doing?
Okay, yeah. We want to know which one's faster around a track and what you'd want to spend your 40 grand on. Because while we love to do apples to oranges comparisons on Throttle House, I'm living proof that you can cross-shop both of these cars.
But in the end, James chose the Miata because it was just too fun to pass up. So today he's going to see if he can find the same thrills in the Golf R, and I'm going to take the 2019 Miata around the track to see what it's all about. And then for science, we're going to set some lap times.
And this track test has been made possible thanks to Krown Rust Control. I got my Subaru rust-proofed using Krown, and it is the best place to get your car protected against the evils of winter. Check the link in the description below for more information.
Even though the 2019 MX-5 now has a 7,500 RPM redline and a bump to 181 horsepower with 151 pound-feet of torque, it still has much less punch for the price in a straight line. But it's a Miata, so it's light and agile and fun. So with a philosophy of simplicity, it's still going to attack the drag strip.
On the other end of the spectrum, the practical, winter-destroying Golf R. In Canada, the two cars you see before you are price matched, but while the Golf also has a 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, it's turbocharged and is rated at 288 horsepower, which is less than the previous year Golf R. And it's manual, which poses a slight disadvantage for me today, as you'll see in a second.
If you're new to Throttle House, we do car reviews, track tests, and quite a lot of messing around. So subscribe and hit the bell. All right, Miata. There's just no way that I'm gonna win this, unless James has like a broken wrist or something.
Okay, I'm in the Golf R, and you might have noticed I wasn't actually wearing this a second ago. There was a bird, and I punched it out of the sky, and it turns out it actually wasn't even a real bird. It was actually just a flying boulder. Okay, so the Golf R uses a Haldex system, all-wheel drive. It does weigh 1,000 pounds more than that Miata, but it has way more power. So this should be an easy win. Okay, he will skid at the line. Oh, Thomas got a good launch there, but now he is no match.
I'm actually giving him a pretty good run, you know? No, he's gone. I take it back. Flat out. Come on! More!
Not a chance.
Actually, this Miata is actually pretty quick, I'll be honest.
And it's an easy win for the Golf R.
Yeah, okay.
You had a good launch.
I had a great launch.
You did a great launch.
How was yours okay?
I bogged a little bit.
You bogged a little bit?
I did, but then
That's
you had
okay.
no chance after
well,
that.
the nice part about that car right now versus this car is that you can really mess it up and still completely crush me.
Oh, there's so much room for error, which is good. Which is good, because I got 5 reasons. All right, well, I don't think the world is going to have trouble sleeping tonight.
Yeah, no.
To the track?
To the track.
All right, we're on the track in the Golf R. I have boost. I have all-wheel drive. This might just be the best car you can have in your garage.
I don't know about that. All right. What is the Miata like to drive on a track? You know the answer. It's amazing. It is so fun and light and darty and just smile-inducing. All right, the steering isn't hydraulic like they used to be, obviously, but it is still really good. I can tell what the front end is doing. I can tell when it understeers, which isn't very often.
Okay, so Thomas has already tested this car on the track, but this is a new day, a warmer day, which means the lap times might actually be higher. It also means I can turn it in like this. And so no, to be honest, the Golf R doesn't have that much front end grip, and I can feel it understeer into these corners, but because of the all-wheel drive, when I come out of the corners, I can just floor it, and it goes. It's not nearly as sharp as something like a Civic Type R, which we tested recently, but it feels so capable.
Higher red line now, which means that on the straightaways, I can really rev it out. And in the corners, it's still a Miata. The power delivery is so predictable. And this one is the GT, so it has the limited slip differential in the rear, which means that the rear can go so predictably. It's like you have an age of time to realize that the car is going into a slide, which makes it so easy to drive at the limit. Oh, it's like cheater mode. It really is. It's so easy.
So I have the whole car in race mode right now, which means the throttle response is sharper, the steering is heavier. The steering feels really good actually, really accurate. Really confidently place this car on the road. I love a good hatchback. And it has gobs of power, 288 horsepower in fact. I'd like to see the Miata do that on the straightaway.
So the Miata is very capable in the corners. What I mean by that is that once you get it into a corner, you can carry speed because the front end doesn't slide. One thing I have found though that is a little bit challenging is that the front end grip is too much in the entry, and I find that I get corner entry oversteer really aggressively, which means, and since the suspension is a little bit sloppy, I find that sometimes it's actually difficult to get it turned in exactly where I want it. It's actually a little bit of a challenge. For fun, it's good. But for speed, I guess we're gonna find out.
Honestly, this car is quick, and it is quite fun on the track, and I can put 2 people in the back seats on the way home if I want to, which is not what you can do in the Miata. Now, it is not as visceral as that Miata, nor a Type R or a Veloster N, but it is composed. But even though this is a more subdued car than that Miata, I'm so curious to see how it does in the hot laps, because it is so good coming out of the corner. I know maybe it can't out-handle the Miata, but does the power make up for it? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Okay, hot laps time. So for this, Thomas is using a time attack formula, same as we've always done. He's going to do 1 warm-up lap, 3 hot laps, and 1 cool-down lap. Currently, he's in the Miata. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, let's do the Miata first. As you might see from this lap, when this thing gets a little bit warmed up, it loves to oversteer on corner entry. It's tons of fun, but you have to pay attention to really drive it at 10/10 or you might miss an apex. Thankfully, I got a good clean lap in. Let's watch. The Golf R. This is a slow in, fast out kind of car, totally different to drive than the Miata. I spent most of my time, as you might notice, fighting understeer and just waiting for that moment that I can use the all-wheel drive to blast out of the corner. So let's see if a totally different but equally competent car can beat the MX-5.
Okay, so we're back. You've just done the hot laps.
Just on the hot laps.
Interesting to watch. First of all, I'm scared.
Oh, are you scared? Why are you
I'm scared because we thought these were going to be close.
Yes.
And if they're not close, everyone's going to say, why don't you get a GTI?
Why don't you get a GTI?
And the reason is because they both cost $42,000.
These literally both cost exactly
we
the
price
same amount of
matched
money.
it.
Yeah.
Don't question it.
Well, hold on.
So can I just say what I saw?
Okay, what did you think was faster?
You look like you had trouble holding the grip on these,
So
on these tires.
the rear end of that car rotates on corner entry like nothing I have ever seen. If you go anywhere near the brakes or off the throttle, it's oversteering. It's crazy. It's fun, but it's difficult to actually do the perfect line, do you know what I mean? But I did manage to get a good clean lap in.
You did, okay.
Are you ready? So,
Yeah.
the Miata
Yeah.
did 120.8.
Wow, okay. And this we've done this one before, and this was like 120.
It was a high 120.
All right, but it's obviously condition dependent.
This is a much warmer day than last time we ran the Golf R, which means the
so
Golf R
120.8.
118.47.
That's pretty close.
That's actually pretty close, to be honest.
Close. Yeah.
In a tight and twisty track like that, the Miata, like if there was one less straightaway length,
and this is on the
Miata
stock.
would
This
match
is
it.
the stock Bridgestone Potenzas. Or if you had something better, what if you had like PS4Ss on?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what I found about these? These are the Conti Sport Contacts. My lap time, my fastest lap in this car was the first lap. It went down from there. Went to 120.4, then a 121.3.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so there's not there.
So there's
So
one
if it weren't
one
for
lap.
that first lap.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we have it. The Golf R is faster around a track and on a drag strip than the Miata, which is a shame.
The Miata's more fun.
But the Miata's more fun, and if you have either of these in your garage, they're both epic cars for the money.